Hello friends, this is Ricky Chadha from Astro Healer. Before I begin with this video, many thanks to people who have clicked on the thank button and have sent me money. But unfortunately, I'm not too well versed with how to look at the name. But one person I know is Mr. Johanna. I wish to thank him and all the others also. Give me some time so I can read out your name also once I get the information. Anyway, this video is all about a transit of a planet called Venus on the 31st of August. We shall be discussing and talking about how it's going to have an impact on each Lagna and each Rashi. But before I do that, let us understand Venus is today at Gandanta point and shall remain till the 3rd of September. It is getting into the sign of Leo, which is a fire sign. Yes, Venus is not very comfortable because it is enemy to Sun, but yet you will see that Venus in Leo sign will definitely give you some fruits. See, the planet Venus represents love, marriage, luxury, artistic ability, people associated with film industry, music, dance, and so on. It's all about luxury in your life. On the other hand, the sign Leo, which is a natural 5th house, also represents government, administration, your ego, self-respect, leadership qualities, your social image that you carry, and you being a little self-centered. Also, it shows in you an inbuilt quality of creativity, royalty, luxury, and interest towards art of any sort. Now, since I have spoken about Venus being the planet of marriage, it is also known as a Karaka of wife in your male's chart. Venus is also associated with wealth and luxury in your life. It's all about beauty, it's all about material pleasure, etc. So whenever we talk about love, romance, we definitely look at Venus. Venus also talks about you being associated with industry like being in music, poetry, creativity, amusement parks, designing, glamour, fashion, jewelry, precious stone, makeup or makeup artist, traveling, luxurious foods. It is a karaka for a vehicle. So whenever you see Venus is very exalted in your horoscope, you will definitely be very fond of having all the latest model of the vehicle you would definitely drawn upon. Anyway, now let's look at how this planet on the 31st, once it gets into the sign of Leo, will have an impact on each Lagna and each Rashi. So let's begin with the first Rashi, Aries. For the sign of Aries, okay, there's some work going on in my neighborhood, so there could be a little bit of disturbance. I am sorry, but I cannot help it. So Venus rules your 2nd house and the 7th house, and it is transiting into the 5th house, which talks about intelligence, academics, students, romance, and so on. Students who are into the field of designing, art, mass, media, communication, or if you are into poetry, it's a very flourishing time for you. Yes, those who are into relationship may have problems with or some clashes, and that would be related to your ego, because Venus is getting into the sign of Leo, which is ruled by Sun. If you are single and if you are looking for your soulmate, you will definitely find one very soon. If you are planning to have kids, or if you are planning to have a family, this is the most appropriate time, I would say. Overall, yes, it's a good time for people who are either by Lagna or Moon Rashi Aries. Next is Taurus. For Taurus, Venus rules your first house and the sixth house, and it is traversing from your fourth house. Fourth house is all about your domestic happiness, your mother, land, property, and so on. So I see that it will have an increase in luxury at home. You can also buy vehicle, as I just told you that Venus is all about vehicle. So maybe there's a plan to buy a vehicle, and if that is the case, you will definitely buy one. Your family atmosphere will be good. Your relationship with your mother is going to be excellent, but you need to be a little alert about her health too. Students who are preparing for competitive exams will have a favorable time. If you're waiting for a loan to be sanctioned by the bank, then yes, you will definitely have the loan sanction in your name. That's a good sign. Next is Gemini. For Gemini, Venus is a ruler of your fifth house and your 12th house, and it is taking a transit into your third house. Third house is all about your younger sibling, your neighborhood, mass media, communication, and so on. It's a house of communication. Now, this is going to have an impact. It will increase your creativity as far as you are into writing, you are an author, or you are into any type of communication, even if you are into sales, so on. Especially people who are into writing, fine arts, and literature will have a very creative time right now. Your relationship with your younger sibling would be good. Venus is aspecting the ninth house. From the third, it's aspecting the ninth house. So this will be good for your relationship with your father. Also, there would be some religious activities maybe in your mind, or you will conduct some religious activity. Ganesh Chaturthi is coming, yes. So you will be busy with all that. Next sign is Cancer. For Cancer, Venus rules your fourth house and the 11th house, and shall be in the second house. Second house is all about your extended family. It's about your speech, communication. And from second, it is going to look at the 8th house as well. Now, this is a favorable time in terms of finance, because second house is Dhan Bhav, accumulated wealth. There will be an increase in your source of income. If you're planning for some investment, this is a good time, especially if the investment is for a longer period of time. Students who are into the research work, 8th house I'm talking about, will get benefit, and Venus aspect on the 8th house will, especially if you are into doing your PhD, you're into the research work, then this is going to be a good time for you. This transit is also good for your domestic happiness as well. Next is Leo. Leo, Venus rules your third house and the 10th house, and shall be in your Lagna itself. I can say you are likely to enjoy your life to the fullest. You will enjoy the company of influential people, people who are at a very coveted level. Venus having an aspect on the 7th house will keep you in a very romantic mood, good, good relationship with your wife, husband, whatever the case may be. And money-related matter will be very smooth. This transit will also bring professional growth for you. Also, I see people who are into communication and artistic field will have an excellent time. Next is Virgo. For Virgo, Venus rules your second house and the 9th house, and shall be in the 12th house. See, this is a very good time for you if you wish to travel abroad, because it talks about long distance, a long journey. If you are into import-export, or you have any relationship with foreign country, especially if you are working for a multinational company having its head office in foreign land, it's a very good time for you. Venus is also aspecting your 6th house of competition. So if you are into some competition, whether giving competitive exams, or you have a business which is into competition, you will have a lot of fruitful time, I would say. And if you are competing on stage, like you're competing for dance or singing or something of that sort, it's a great time for you. Next sign is Libra. For Libra, Venus rules your first house and your eighth house. Here, it is getting into the 11th house. It's a very good time in terms of financial gains. Your desire will be fulfilled. 11th house is all about fulfillment of desire. It is also carrying the 8th house energy. So things may happen in your life all of sudden. 11th house also is a house of your social circle. So you will spend a lot of time with your friends. From the 11th house, it is looking at your 5th house. So it's good for love, romance, education, some good news from your children. Students who are into creativity and designing field will be successful, and I see a growth for you. Next is Scorpio. For Scorpio, Venus rules the 12th house and the 7th house and shall be traversing from your 10th house. Those who are into the business will get a chance to have your business in partnership. If you are into import and export business, I can see a good time for you. I would only advise you, because 12th house is in the 10th house, I would ask you to stay away from investment, as 12th house also represents losses. If you are working for a MNC, multinational companies, you can get a chance to go abroad, maybe for training or for leisure trip, whatever the case may be. Venus also aspects your 4th house, which can have a good time if you want to buy a vehicle or if you want to renovate your house. Next sign is Sagittarius. Venus is ruling your 6th house and the 11th house and shall be in your 9th house. Now, for students, it's a very good time for higher education. You will get support of your father, your mentor, your gurus. This is also a very good time for long distance travel and for pilgrimage. If you are inclined towards religious path, then this is a very good time. Good time to make some donations, also to have your karmas, settle your karmas in fact. There are also chances that you may have some sort of religious activity event at home. Next sign is Capricorn. For Capricorn, Venus is ruling your 5th house and the 10th house and shall be in the 8th house. Now, this is something that I want to discuss with you. Be very cautious with your health and maintain hygiene. There are chances that you may have some urinary infection or some disease related to your private part. Stay away from office politics and remain alert. Maybe there are some people who are trying to backstab you. Venus is also aspecting the 2nd house of finance. That will give you a positive result in terms of wealth. Wealth may come all of a sudden. You can also get some ancestral property if that is into litigation or dispute. For students who are into deep research, then it's a very good time for them. Next sign is Aquarius. For Aquarius, it rules the 4th house and the 9th house and shall be in the 7th house. Marriage proposals will definitely come for you. Long-term relationship now can take a turn and you may decide to get married. Those who are into partnership business, it's a very auspicious time for you. Fortune will be in your favor and you will get good results in all your dealing, whatever you're doing. Venus aspecting the Lagna will make you very cheerful, loving. Maybe you will spend some time doing some cosmetic and you want to look good. So you will pay attention towards yourself and you will try to transform yourself. Let's talk about the last sign, Pisces. Venus rules your 3rd house and the 8th house and shall be traversing from your 6th house. Now, Venus transit in your 6th house, there could be some sort of health issues for you. You have to take charge of that. Avoid any secret extramarital affair. Otherwise, this can have a very serious repercussions. It could become a very scandalous affair. Try to maintain a low profile and let this period pass by, because Venus travels very fast, so it's a matter of 20-25 days. Venus is also aspecting your 12th house, so there are chances that you may spend some money on traveling or maybe buying something which were imported stuff also. So friends, this was all about the various lagnas and various moon rashis, Venus transit. I'm extremely sorry because there's a little bit of disturbance in my neighborhood. There's some work going on over here, so I apologize for that. And once again, I wish to thank each one of you for whatever you have contributed through the super thanks. And I really appreciate that. Take care of yourself. Subscribe to my channel. Click on the notification bell icon and do like my video and share my videos as well. Thank you so much.